you be attending the Islamic Revival Spirit Conference? Justin, you've spoken to everyone else. You even answered questions for the CBC yesterday. The exact same question, Justin, just answer Sun News. Canadians want to know whether or not you have an answer. B'nai B'rith and the Muslim Canadian Conference, Justin, want an answer. Will you be attending now that you know that the co-sponsors have been funneling money over to deemed terrorist organizations? Justin.
Really, really appreciate it.
Justin,
all right, take care.
Canadians want answers, Justin. Wow. Well, you saw it here first.
Jerry Agar for Ezra Levant. That was Justin Trudeau once again showing his leadership abilities by running like a little girl away from our reporter Faith Goldie, refusing to answer questions on his willingness to be the keynote speaker at a Muslim conference in Toronto that is sponsored by people the Canadian government says sponsors terrorism. Salma Siddiqui is with the Muslim Canadian Congress and she joins me now. Salma, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, the initial thing that will happen when people like myself will bring up this story, I've had it happen here and on the radio as well, where I've talked about this, is that I'm just impugning all Muslims. But a Muslim conference is not just another Muslim conference. It depends who's there, doesn't it?
It definitely does. And that's where people have to differentiate and understand that it's not all Muslims you're talking about. And the conference really does not speak for all Muslims. So yes, it is definitely not speaking for all Muslims, yes.
Yeah, a politician that I know, I'm not going to use the politician's name, but this person told me that when asked to speak at such conferences, what he will do or have his people do is call the RCMP or someone like that and say, what do you think? And oftentimes they say, oh no, those are great people and you should go to that conference if you choose. And sometimes they say, well, maybe you wouldn't want to associate with those people. That seems a reasonable way to approach this. And I wonder, is Trudeau just naive or what's going on here?
Well, I think that is the reasonable way. And again, some people may just object to that because we are making it a police state. Of course we are not. The fact is that these people have intelligence, and I think it's all right to do due diligence. In any business you do that. Now, as far as Trudeau is concerned, I don't know whether he is being naive or is he challenging everyone that he does not want to listen to anyone and he does not want to really accept the facts. The facts that are known to us right now, i.e. the roster that he's going to be the keynote speaker for, and the speakers that are coming really do not justify Canadian values or speak for Canadian values. And I think looking at it before the conference, I think Justin Trudeau is not doing himself justice by going and speaking to this conference. But again, we are hearing that his message is going to be for Canadian values, of Canadian values, so proof will be in the pudding.
Yes, well, let's take a look at a clip of him. He doesn't talk to us, but he does talk to others, of him defending himself going to this conference and defending his position on Israel. Mm-hmm.
I think every Canadian government will always be pro-Israel. There's no question that as a starting point, Israel's right to exist and the need for a stable, secure Israel alongside a stable democratic Palestine is the two-state solution we're all looking for.
So, Selma, if Trudeau goes to this conference and tells the people at the conference that he and this nation believe in a safe, secure Israel, how will that go over? And would that justify his being there?
Well, if he can say that, I think that will be quite a statement. But I doubt it that he would be able to say it, because naturally he's going to gauge the audience and see they're not going to be welcoming this kind of a statement. So again, we can only speak and have this dialogue after the conference when we know what the message was and how it was taken. But at the moment, it is quite challenging to understand what is the motive behind it. Is it like just getting votes for the leadership, or is it actually the fact that he thinks he's, and I say he thinks he's getting, he's coming and reaching out to the young Muslim generation, which is quite honestly something that is not right, that he's correct that he is reaching out to the Muslims, because this is a specific kind of a group who already have their ideology, and the speakers, their mentors who are coming in and they're going to hear them, says a lot about them. The fact that general Muslim population who are day-to-day, living day-to-day Canadian life, they're not going to be there. So
will you be there? I'm sorry, will you be there, or will anyone from your organization be there if for no other reason to monitor what's going on there?
I don't think we're going to be welcome. I cannot guarantee that I will be there, but I would leave that open. And definitely, I would like to hear, my keen interest would be to hear what Justin Trudeau has said, is going to say there, and how he's going to embrace those young Muslims who are going to be participating in that conference. And again, see what kind of an impact he's going to have, which seems to be the way the other side is supporting Trudeau, that he's going out as a democratic right, you know, and he's reaching out to this audience. This audience has already. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your time. I have to wrap up here. I appreciate your time. And maybe, you know, last year, something like this, Tariq Fatah threatened to show up undercover in a burqa. So we'll see if that happens this year. Thank you.
Wait and see. Thank you.